Hi, good evening children. Hope all are fine and safe. Our pre-midterm exam is coming. The questions are coming out of 25 marks. Out of this 25, 50% of questions are MCQ. You can attend the question through Google form. And the MCQ question you can attend in the answer in the same form itself. And the other question you have to write in a separate paper and send it to the teacher concerned. Physics to physics teacher, chemistry to chemistry teacher and biology to biology teacher. Then only one lesson is there. Physics in physics only one lesson, that is the first lesson. Motion is there for exam. We completed the lesson motion and once I revised the lesson. So for your exam, to clear the doubts, once again we can go through all the points of this chapter. So what is motion? What is motion? Yes, if an object changes its position with respect to time, then we can say that that object is moving. And we can describe the motion in terms of its position, distance, speed or velocity and acceleration. So in this chapter we discussed about the physical quantities like distance and displacement, speed and velocity, acceleration. And also we discussed about the graphical representation of motion. How can we represent all these things by graphical method? Then we discussed about the equations of motion and how can we derive these equations of motion in graphical method. Then the last topic is uniform circular motion. These are the topics that we studied in this lesson. So, some students, those who are late they joined in the school, cannot complete the first chapter notes. So, the other students can revise and those who didn't complete the notes, you can complete the notes. So, once again, I am going to revise the lesson. So, please watch this presentation and if anybody needs to complete the notes also. Okay. So, please go through this PowerPoint presentation.
Motion. What is motion? It is the change in position of a body with time. Motion can be described in terms of distance moved or the displacement. In physics, motion is change in position of an object with respect to time. Motion is typically described in terms of displacement, distance, velocity, acceleration, time and speed. Motion of a body is described by attracting a frame of reference to an observer and measuring the change in position of the body relative to that frame. Then there are different kinds of motion. Types of motion: random motion, translational motion, rotational motion and oscillatory motion. Random motion, we can say an example, movement of smoke. Then translational motion, again 3 types: rectilinear, curvilinear and circular motion. Next, rotational motion and oscillatory motion. Rotational motion, the movement of a hands of a clock, and oscillatory motion, the back and forth movement from a mean position is called oscillatory motion. Next, distance. It is the actual length of the path travelled by a body. Here you can see an overlap. So here the starting and final point is the same place. So the total distance in one lap is equal to 400 meters. That is the length of the path travelled by the body. Distance is a scalar quantity. It have only magnitude. That is, the quantity which have only magnitude are called scalar quantity. So distance is a scalar quantity. It is measured in meters. Displacement. It is the length of the shortest path travelled by a body from its initial position to its final position. Here they are not depending on the length of the path. So here only we are considering the initial and final point. So in this one lap, the displacement of the object is equal to 0 because the starting and final position is the same. So there is no gap between the initial and final position. So the displacement is equal to 0. Next, displacement is a vector quantity. Differences between distance and displacement. Distance. It is the length of the actual path travelled by a body. It may vary with respect to its path. It is a scalar quantity. It is always positive or 0. Displacement. It is the shortest distance between 2 points in a given direction. It is always same. It is a vector quantity. It may be positive, negative or 0. Speed. Speed of a body is the distance travelled by the body in time. Then speed is equal to distance divided by time. If a body travels a distance s in time t, then its speed v is equal to s by t. The SI unit of speed is meter per second. Since speed has only magnitude, it is a scalar quantity. Velocity. The rate of motion of a body is more meaningful if we specify its direction of motion along with speed. The quantity which specify both the direction of motion and speed is velocity. Velocity of a body is the displacement of the body per unit time. Velocity is equal to displacement by time taken. Since velocity has both magnitude and direction, it is a vector quantity. Then the differences between speed and velocity. Distance per unit time in any direction is called speed, and speed is a scalar quantity, and speed may be positive, 0, never be negative. Velocity. Displacement per unit time in a given direction. Vector quantity. It may be positive, negative or 0. Then the next topic, uniform motion, non-uniform motion, average speed and velocity, then acceleration. Uniform motion. If an object travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, then the motion is said to be uniform motion. Uniform speed. If a body has a uniform speed, if it travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, no matter how small this time interval may be. Then the graph of a uniform motion. Here there is a distance time graph. The distance time graph is a straight line for uniform motion. Straight line with slope. Non-uniform motion. If an object travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time, then the motion is said to be non-uniform motion and the object is moving with a non-uniform speed. Example, motion of a freely falling body. Then the graph of uniform motion, distance time graph, is a curved line for non-uniform motion. Average speed and velocity. Average speed is equal to total distance. Average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. Acceleration. The change in velocity with time is called acceleration, represented by A. A is equal to change in velocity divided by time. A is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. A is equal to V minus U by T, and its unit is meter per second square, and it is a vector quantity. Uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. If a body increase or decrease its velocity equal in equal intervals of time, then the acceleration is uniform acceleration. If a body increase or decrease its velocity unequal in equal intervals of time, then the acceleration is non-uniform acceleration. Positive acceleration and negative acceleration. The direction of acceleration is towards the direction of velocity, then the acceleration is positive. The direction of acceleration is opposite to the direction of velocity, then the acceleration is negative. It is also called retardation. Graphical representation of motion. Graphs gives more detailed information about the nature of motion than when motion is expressed in a tabular form. To describe motion of an object, we can use line graphs. In this case, line graphs show dependence of one physical quantity such as distance or velocity on another physical quantity such as time. Distance time graph. It is a graph obtained by plotting distance travelled along y-axis and time is taken along x-axis. The three types of distance time graph, they are for uniform speed, distance time graph for non-uniform speed, and distance time graph for an object at rest. Distance time graph for uniform speed. The graph is a straight line with a slope. So the line AB is little but tilted, that is called slope. So the slope of the graph gives the velocity. So velocity V is equal to line segment BD by AD, that is V is equal to S2 minus S1 divided by T2 minus T1. Distance time graph for non-uniform speed. The graph is a curved line. Distance time graph for an object at rest. It is a graph is a straight line parallel to x-axis. Uses of distance time graph. It tells the position of a body at any instant of time. Distance covered by a body at a particular intervals of time can be seen from the graph. The velocity of the body at any instant of time can be determined. Next, velocity time graph. It is a graph obtained by plotting velocity of the body along x-axis and time is along velocity y-axis and time x-axis. Mainly there are three types of graph we discussed. The first one is velocity time graph for uniform acceleration, for non-uniform acceleration, and for constant velocity. Velocity time graph for uniform acceleration. For uniform acceleration, the graph is a straight line with slope. Here the slope of the graph gives acceleration, so BC by AC. A is equal to velocity by time. S is equal to area under the graph, that is distance travelled by the object gives area under the graph. So here two figures are there. that is triangle ABC plus rectangle ACDE. So half into AC into BC plus AE into AD. If we calculate this, we will get the distance travelled by the object from this graph. Velocity time graph for uniform velocity is a straight line parallel to x-axis, which means the object is moving with a constant velocity. Next, velocity time graph for non-uniform acceleration. Velocity time graph for non-uniform acceleration can have any shape. Next, let us see what are the uses of velocity time graph. The uses of velocity time graph as follows: to determine the speed of a body at any instant, to determine the acceleration of a body, to determine the total distance travelled by a body in a given time interval. Next, we are going to see graphical equations of motion. Equations of motion. When an object moves along a straight line with uniform acceleration, it is possible to relate its position, velocity, acceleration during motion and distance covered by it in a certain time interval by a set of equations known as equations of motion. The three equations of motion are V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. Here the first relation V is equal to U plus AT is called velocity time relation. Second relation is called position time relation, and the third relation is called velocity position velocity relation. Equation for velocity time relation, that is V is equal to U plus AT. So from this diagram or from this graph, the velocity time graph for uniform acceleration is given. Here the line segment BD is equal to BC minus DC is equal to change in velocity. So BD is equal to V minus U, equation number 1. Here A is equal to change in velocity by time. So A is equal to BD by T and BD is equal to AT. So equation 2 in 1 gives AT is equal to V minus U, or V is equal to U plus AT. So in this way we can derive the first relation, that is equation for velocity time relation. Equation for position time relation, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So from this diagram, the distance travelled by the object gives area under the graph. So here area under the graph is equal to the area of the figure OABC. So S is equal to area of rectangle ABCD plus area rectangle ABD plus area of triangle ABD plus area of rectangle OADC. So here S is equal to half into AD into BD plus AO into OC. So substitute all the values for this AD, BD, AO and OC. We will get the relation S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Next relation is equation for position velocity relation, that is 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. Distance travelled by the body S is equal to area of the trapezium OABC. So the distance travelled is equal to area of the trapezium equation OA plus BC into OC the whole divided by 2. Substitute for OA, BC and OC, we will get it as S is equal to U plus V into T the whole divided by 2. Equation number 1. From the equation V is equal to U plus AT, T is equal to V minus U by A. Then 2 in 1 gives V plus U into V minus U the whole divided by 2A. Then S is equal to V square minus U square by 2A, or S is equal to 2A is equal to V square minus U square. The next topic is circular motion. When a body moves in a circle, it is called circular motion. When a body moves along a circular path, then its direction of motion keeps changing continuously. Since the velocity changes due to continuous change in the direction, therefore the motion along circular path is said to be accelerated. Uniform circular motion. When a body moves in a circular path with uniform speed, its motion is called uniform circular motion. Thus, the motion in a circle with constant speed is an example of accelerated motion. Examples: artificial satellite moves in uniform circular motion around the earth. The earth moves around the sun. An athlete moving on a circular track with constant speed. The tip of a second hands of a watch. These all are some examples. Then how can we calculate the speed of an object? When a body takes one round of a circular path, then S is equal to 2 pi r. So speed is equal to S by T. So V is equal to 2 pi r by T. Here pi is equal to 22 by 7. And V is equal to speed and S is equal to distance travelled by the object. So we discussed the following important points: distance and displacement, speed and velocity, uniform speed and non-uniform speed, acceleration, uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration, graphical representation of motion, distance time graph, velocity time graph, equations of motion, graphical derivations of equations of motion, and uniform circular motion. Important equations: speed is equal to distance by time, V is equal to S by T, velocity is equal to displacement by time, that is also S by T, acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time, A is equal to V minus U by T. Average speed is equal to total distance travelled divided by total time taken. Average velocity is equal to initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. That is A is equal to U plus V divided by 2. 2 only. There is no A. U plus V divided by 2. Acceleration A is equal to U plus V divided by 2. Equations of motion. V is equal to U plus AT. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Then speed of an object in uniform circular motion is V is equal to 2 pi r divided by T. So, dear children, study well. Thank you. Have a nice day.